things start getting better for you, do not self-sabotage. Welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, you have to realize that when you decide to become the best version of yourself, when you do the work, when you heal, when you let go of certain people, places, and things that are no longer familiar, when you let go of old behaviors, when you let go of old mindsets, it can cause you to feel uncomfortable. It can cause you to feel afraid. And most importantly, you could feel nervous and you could be scared. That's common, that's normal, but you have to trust and know that all the work that you've done, all the time you spend your isolation period, not only is going to be worth it, but you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to receive the benefits that you have. So these are going to be 5 recommendations that you need to start preparing for. So when things start to come into fruition, when things start to materialize, when you receive the phone call that you are approved, when you walk across the stage and you get your degrees, like when you get 1,000 followers, when you get $1,000, 1,000,000 followers, whatever it is that you're asking for, you know what to do. The first thing you have to do is continue to make sure you're putting in the work daily. There are only 24 hours in a day. And I recently heard from one of my mentors that trying to write a book in a day is overwhelming. Trying to say so much on how you feel and trying to heal yourself in a day is impossible. Every single day is going to lead up to your breakthrough moment. That's why I don't mislead people and tell people that this is your time, this is your season, because you don't know when things are going to happen. So speaking from experience, I'm currently going through some things, you guys. Once it comes to pass, I'll be able to speak on it, but I immediately had to start making changes because I still have to continue to move forward and I want this to work out how I want it to. I don't have time to be, oh, let me try to do this. I don't have time to do that. Like, no. So as I'm speaking right now, I'm currently doing the things that I need to do. So therefore, when it's time for me to do the things that I need to execute, I'm prepared. Like, you just have to make sure that every single day that you're taking your time to yourself, when you're in your isolation period, that you're grieving, you're journaling, you're doing the shadow work, you're releasing what no longer serves you, you're watching the 30-day consistency challenge playlist that I created. I'm going to leave it in the description or somewhere here on the screen. Hold on, let me write this down so I know when to edit this, because I'm trying to get better at editing these videos. I do want them to be just as entertaining as they are informative. So give me 2 more seconds, you guys. This is live. I usually try to make these videos in one take because don't nobody have time right now to be recording and editing. Like, I do a lot of things behind the scenes, you guys, and I've posted over 260 videos by myself in 10 months. So okay, like I said, when I'm getting through this season right now, of course, the quality and the equipment is going to get better. But I want to say thank you to everyone who is subscribed. And I'm just grateful that we're growing. And I'm really grateful for you guys. But it's like, we have to continue to stay focused. Like, your isolation season, I just made a video talking about that. It's not forever. You're not going to be stuck in poverty forever. You're not going to be broke forever. You're not going to be homeless forever. You're not going to be dealing with heartbreak forever. Like, you are going to move forward. And like I said, when it's time for you to not be in hermit mode, when it's time for you to physically move and do the things you need to do, you need to be prepared, because when it comes, you have to be able to maintain it. Like, I talk about buying a house, buying a car, being a content creator. The whole purpose of you being in your isolation period and you saving your money to buy a house is so therefore when it's time for you to move, you're signing your paperwork, you're taking your pictures, you're posting it on social media, and you can now furnish your house. You can now start paying your water bill. You can now maintain your electric bill. Like, the whole reason why you had to go through your isolation period is so therefore anything that was no longer serving you cannot go with you. So for example, if you're moving, you have to, like I said, go through your clothes. You have to go through what furniture you want to keep. You may have to look for furniture. Like, we have to learn how to be excited. Like, you have to continue to be excited, and that's going to be something that we go over as well. Like, you have to make sure that you are, like I said, watching the 30-day consistency challenge, because in those videos we broke down the importance of the responsibilities and also step-by-step structure, like what your routine is like when you're healing yourself from cutting off certain toxic family and friends. You could still love them, you could create distance, but you have to know, like, when you decide to heal, if they're not going to therapy, if they're not willing, to learn to get to know you, if you guys are not, able to see eye to eye, you need to create the distance. You need to separate yourself and just love them from a distance. Like, you don't have to hate them regardless of what other people did to you, because we're not here to hold grudges. I'm not holding a grudge. I don't care. Once I express how I feel, once I realize that you were who you were and you're not going to be in my life, on to the next. Like, continue to live your life. Like, life is not going to stop just because we're having bad days. So as you're continuing to do what you need to do, watch those videos, taking the time to just appreciate the moment, because when you're no longer in this season, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, I'm finally moving. I'm finally getting my degree. I finally reached 1,000 followers. I finally got $1 million. Like, whatever it is, I finally gave birth to my child. Like, so I want to say congratulations in advance. I want to thank, of course, ancestors, God, and universe. I'm so proud of myself. Like Snoop Dogg, like he said, I want to thank myself. Of course, I'm proud of you guys. Like, this is just a beautiful time right now. It's about to be the spring. So it's just like, don't allow your season of isolation to hinder you. And as you're letting go of certain people, places, and things, like, you could feel sad, you could grieve, because that's all you knew. Like, if you grew up in poverty and now all of a sudden you're becoming financially stable, you could feel shocked. You could feel like an imposter. You could feel, like I said, whatever it is. Validate what you're feeling, but just ask yourself, do I want to go back to where I came from? Like me, no shade, no disrespect. I'm good on everybody. Like, I love the people I love. It's no hate, it's no beef. But like, you just got to keep moving forward. So it's just like, if you're not able to accept people and see them for who they are and like not trying to change them, all that back and forth is really unnecessary. But it's just like, you have to let it out. So when you're in your isolation period, talk your ish. Like, you need to say exactly how you feel until you're able to let it go, because you don't want to get in these new relationships and these new environments and sabotage it. I cannot let the past people that I met mess up the people that are meant to be in my life now. You can't be closed off, because these people that are coming into your life that are good for you, that are meant for you, are not going to hurt you. They're not going to talk about you to your friends. They're not going to talk about you to your family. They're not going to pick other people before you. They're not going to go out their way to be jealous of you. They're not going to do these things. But if you have the mindset that everybody is envious, everyone, they're not going to be able to see you and who you are, and vice versa. So it's just like, whatever beliefs that you had, you have to release them. And like I said, the more you vocalize it, the more you talk your ish, the more you say what you need to say, like, and really purge. And you can say it as many times as you need to. Take your time letting things go, because it's like, once I let it go, once I cut you off, I can never look at you the same, like, never in my life. Like, I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be disrespectful, but never. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. Like, never, ever, like, never. I don't, like I said, the second chance is dead. So it's just like, when new people start coming into your life, of course, whatever red flags, whatever that you dealt with, the trauma that you had previously, of course, take your time getting to know people. Like, don't do the things that you did previously. The whole purpose of you being in your isolation period, the whole reason why certain people and places and things had to be removed, was for you to learn your lessons about yourself and to learn lessons about other people and the things that you want. Not just that, if people who are not for you try to come into your life, you know who's not for you. People are going to feel however they need to. It's not my business. I've never cared. And as I get older, I really don't. Just that, when you grow and you know who you are, your boundaries are going to be firm. So when people think they can come into your life and say certain things or do certain things, you know how to react and respond, because everything does not need a reaction and a response. Like, and it's always going to be people who are not for you. The new people, the new opportunities that are going to be for you are going to be in alignment with you. And it's not going to cause you to be confused. It's not going to cause you to be worried. It's not going to cause you to feel insecure. It's not going to cause you to doubt yourself. It's not going to cause you to second guess yourself. And it's not going to require you to be small. It's not going to require you to dim your light. The new relationships, the new environments, that new job, that new house, that new apartment, the new community, like, whatever it is that you're doing, it's not going to cause you to feel overwhelmed or anxious or depressed. Any of those things that's unfamiliar, immediately red flag, and you have to check it so it doesn't turn into anything more. And of course, the more you practice this, the more you will realize what's for you. So moving forward, make sure you're learning the lesson so you can receive your blessings. And anything or anybody who has a problem, just remove them. Like, your boundaries are going to be respected in this new season and in this new chapter in your life. How do I know? Because nothing in life lasts forever. Like, as you continue to age, as you continue to grow, it is a blessing. It is a privilege. Like, we all don't know how long we're going to live in this life for. So it's like every single day is important. Everything that you went through led up into this moment now. And as long as you're being very intentional, you're being strategic, you're being honest, you're taking your time, you're not being ashamed or afraid or embarrassed, you have nothing to worry about. And honestly, the more you are focusing on where you need to be, everything else, like I said, is going to materialize. Everything is going to happen in ways that you may not even be expecting. So it's like I said, you can't have any limitations. Things can happen and you may have to move immediately. You don't want to wait until the last minute, because that's how you become stressed and overwhelmed, and that's how things do not work out long term and like for longevity. So it's like when you're in isolation period, grieve, feel how you need to feel, get the closure you need to, book a session in a service with me, your favorite mental health specialist. Like I said, talk to people that you trust and confide, and know that as you're growing and evolving, so are the people and places and things around you. When you become the best version of yourself, a lot of people are like, oh, it's lonely at the top. It was lonely at the bottom. Like, be at the top with people who want to be there for you, because it's like now you have full control and authority. Like, you've always had full control and authority, but now it's like you get to decide what it is that you want to do and you don't want to do. And like, I'm telling you guys, everything else that's not for you is going to be removed out of your life. Rather, people have to physically be removed out of your life, or you know, it falls apart. And once you realize that certain foundations were not built off of loyalty or honesty, it's going to come crumbling down. And we're witnessing that in real time, in real life, with what's going on in the world. So don't be distracted. Let go of the limitations. You could feel nervous in the beginning, but once you get your rhythm, once you get your flow, once you stop trying to fight it and stop going against it and realize things are actually working for you and not to you, you're not going to be confused, worried, and doubting yourself. So I'm really proud of you. I want to say congratulations. I'm glad that you guys have been implementing these videos. You're taking what resonates, you're leaving what doesn't, you're commenting, you're engaging. Your guys are letting me know what topics you guys want to go over and discuss. So make sure to follow me on all social media platforms. All the information will be down in my description box below. Like I said, if you're interested in a service or a session, go ahead and book your appointments, because during the springtime and the summertime, the availabilities do be like limited. And I'm just really excited for you guys to do the things that you want to do, because it's just like, you know, you put in the time, you put in the effort, you put in the energy, whether you're starting, you're in the middle, or you're close to the end. Like, you still have to be able to maintain the things that you want. So let me know what you guys want to talk about. And I'm just going to end off the video like that, because of course we have another video to post. I love you guys. And do not self-sabotage. That's the whole purpose of this video. Do not self-sabotage. Do not allow these future blessings to be blocked, okay? And if you want to receive them on time, you have to be where you need to be, okay? Bye.